Hello.
We got the full crew here today.
And you're good to go.
Happy Saturday, nerds. How you doing? We got a full crew here today. I'm George, here with Matt, not Mark Sanchez, Marvin Gardens, and Rashawn.
We still have to work on Rashawn's one.
Yeah. How you guys doing today?
Hey, it's another Saturday to talk about nerdy stuff, man.
Right.
Can never beat that.
That's true.
Not too bad. Not too bad. And I mean, there's like so much stuff to talk about today too, which is like always good. We were saying like the other day, it's crazy how if like the start of the week we'll start about talking about what we want to do, and then by like Wednesday or Thursday something blows up and suddenly we have like 4 or 5 topics to do.
Yep. Anyways, yeah.
What have you guys been playing this week?
I've been playing We Happy Few. I got a review code for that, and just been playing through that. It's interesting. I've been playing some World War Z and a little bit of the Division 2, but I think I'm done with that.
Yeah.
At least till the raid. What about you guys?
I've been playing a lot of Division 2, kind of like you. Gone. That, after they patch it, might be my single player game of the year so far. And then Dreams.
Oh yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, I put a post saying I was quitting my job to be a game developer on Dreams and developing, but I've been seeing some stuff that it's got me worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it installed. I need to start using it though.
Oh yeah, I played like just enough till they let me like explore the multiple people's like dreams, and after that, it's like Little Big Planet on that drug from Arkham Asylum, the Titan. Like it's just a really big cousin of Little Big Planet.
Right on.
It's so great.
All the stuff you've been sending me is just blows my mind. I feel like every time you send me something, it's just better than whatever it was you sent me last time. So, but yeah, Marvin has convinced me to play Division 2. And I was reluctant at first, but I'm definitely enjoying it now. And then of course, World War Z we've been hitting every once in a while, and then yeah, I'm just still stuck on Blops 4. It's still doing it for me. So.
Right on.
Well,
Rashawn?
I've been playing Eternity: The Last Unicorn, and I got some things to say about it. I don't know. I hate the fixed camera, but I kind of like it because it reminds me of the old school Resident Evil games, which I still love. But the I don't know, the story overall is just kind of really, really slow. I guess I understand why it's called Eternity, because good God. After that, though, I started playing X-Men Legends last night. So,
oh, nice.
You're going back to a classic.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's so much fun still. I'll continue to play that for years.
You get prep for Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh yeah.
Matt, you're gonna have to get a Switch so the 4 of us can play that co-op.
Dude, I know. I already was sold on buying a Switch for Smash, but after I saw that was going to be an exclusive, I was like, this just pushed me over the edge. So hopefully, if I can save some money after I get back from Texas, I'll pick it up.
I was about to send you the deals, man. There's some good Switch deals out there right now.
I can't, dude. I leave for Texas in 2 weeks, man. I would leave.
Hey,
there's no way.
You can bring it with you.
Yeah, the game's coming out July 19th, so you're gonna want it while you're in Texas.
Trust me, if I could, I would. But we'll see. Maybe when I get back in August, I'll be able to get it, depending on what my finances look like. Or if I just win the lottery, I'll be good.
You guys been watching anything interesting this last week?
Oh, I saw Shazam. I don't know if you guys have seen.
I saw
it was
Shazam
surprisingly good, man. Like the DC movies are kind of like hit or.
Hello?
Oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh. Everyone take a second for our fallen brethren.
Yeah, right. What can you do? I will speak to Shazam then for him, because I also saw it and I agree. They've definitely been hit or miss, but like this one was really good. They did a good job of making it, way more like fun and interesting. Where it wasn't like a straight up Marvel clone, but it's still its own thing. But it's like not dark and grim and all that stuff. And I think that worked out perfectly for a character like Shazam. So it was really good.
So
I'm
you're
happy
saying
that
the dark and grim doesn't work well for the DC universe, right?
I mean, it doesn't work for every superhero,
That's true.
but yeah, it was really good. I definitely recommend it. I'm sure Marvin would as well if he was still with us, unfortunately. But
Rashawn, you saw Shazam, didn't you?
Yep.
Would you agree? Yeah.
I totally loved it. I think it was like he said, the dark and grim definitely would not have worked for such a funny, lighthearted character.
yeah,
Comedy was there. The Christmas was everywhere. My goodness.
yeah, right.
Christmas. But yeah, it was great. It was absolutely great.
I still need to see it.
Do it.
Yeah, definitely worth a go see. But speaking to that, one of my friends went and saw Detective Pikachu, and he said it was really good. Oh no, we like fully lost Marvin. He's gone forever.
That's what I've been hearing. That Detective Pikachu is good.
Yeah. So that one I was gonna like wait on and kind of see once it was available to rent. But since he said it was so good, I might just go and do it. But I actually started watching whatchamacallit, Queer Eye on Netflix, and it's so funny. It's just like it's five gay guys, and they all focus on like a different aspect. It's like a makeover show, but they have all just different personalities and stuff. So they go and they're like doing all this stuff, and it's so funny, but it's also really cool at the end because you see these people go through like it's only a week, but they go through this like crazy transformation. So that's kind of hit me in a soft spot, but yeah, that and Got. I mean, we got episode 5 on Sunday, so that's gonna be
great. Right on. Yeah, the only thing I've really been watching worth noting is the Grand Tour on Amazon. I'm not a big car guy, but I like the show. I don't know if you guys ever seen.
My buddy's the same way. He loves it. He tells me he'll always pick out an episode and tell me to watch it.
Yeah, it's a good show. And I like Top Gear as well, which is where those guys were at before. But yeah, Rashawn,
yes, I started. I started and finished watching Netflix's new show, The Chambers.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm always good for Uma Thurman, but put it on and I couldn't get enough of that show.
Yeah.
It was hour-long episodes. I think there are only 10. But if you like supernatural, if you ever seen the movie The Void, and you like supernatural stuff, it's definitely something you want to watch.
Okay.
It's really good, and it's got a really good creepy factor to it, and and it's got Uma Thurman.
Yeah, I don't even think I've seen it up on Netflix. I'll have to take a look for it because I need shows that I can watch on my own because my girlfriend and I watch pretty much most stuff together. But like if I'm at work and I don't have anything to do, like I was watching Thor: Dark World at work yesterday, so I need like a show.
Definitely Chambers. It's
just added it to my list.
Nice. Ooh. Other than that, I haven't been watching anything. So yeah.
Right on. Do we want to? Well, why don't we get started? Marvin will be back here in a minute or so, I hope. We're going to talk today about Avengers Endgame and the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer and the implications for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Spoiler alert. We're past the embargo, but still, spoiler alert. And if you haven't seen it yet, or if you haven't seen the trailer yet, don't go any further.
Well, I mean, you can. Just we're going to be talking about things that may be a surprise. All right, so let's start off with Avengers Endgame. Wow. First off, I think from when I've talked to you guys before, we all really liked the movie.
Oh yeah. I thought it was like a perfect ending and great, just superhero collective movie.
Yeah, I agree. I really liked some of the stuff they did with like we all knew Captain America was eventually going to wield Mjolnir, and he did.
Yeah.
And just worked over Thanos with it.
Woo!
And that was such an awesome scene, 'cause Thor's getting Stormbringer ground into his chest, and also,
Yeah. Yeah, they did that perfectly. It's the same thing with I felt the same way about like the Avengers Assemble part. Like you knew it was coming, and like you've known it was coming since they faked us out at Age of Ultron, but it was like the way they did it, even like when I see the little stuff on YouTube or whatever, where people have like the clip of it, I still like I'll get chills. It's like perfect, absolutely perfect. I loved the scene right before where it's just like a far cut, and you just see him like up on like a little hill, and like the whole army's there, and he's just there with like half of his shield. Like, dude, oh man, that was awesome.
Oh, I loved it. Well,
let me try and get Marvin back in here.
We're going to talk about awesome things during the movie. How about redeeming Thor the way they did?
Oh yeah, yeah, dude, I love the like the lightning come downs, and he just changes all his clothes, and suddenly his beard's all bearded up, all beaded up and stuff. And he went like full Viking for that one too, which I loved.
Yeah, and they really did a good job, I think, of showing how he kind of just let himself go.
Yeah.
You look like melted ice cream. The line I really liked, and then Tony Stark calls him Lebowski because he's wearing a bathrobe.
Yeah.
He's got unkept facial hair and long hair.
You guys talk about him playing Fortnite too?
Dude, I love the Noob Master 69. When Marvel put that in, I was so happy. I was like, oh, thank God they're like pushing the boundaries a little bit. Like, that's so funny.
Yeah, well, the Russo brothers are apparently huge fans of Fortnite, so.
Mm-hmm. I remember at the Game Awards, who runs Epic.
Michael Webb's asking if we think he went the Norse path during and after the battle. Yeah, definitely during the battle he did. I mean,
you could just see it.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like in his hair and all that, he went full. I think that like would be a cool kind of transition for like going into as Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and then Thor 4, as if he went from like
as Guardians
of the Galaxy. If he went from like, because I actually just watched the first Thor 1 and 2, which I hadn't seen in however long, and going from God, shiny God, whatever, all that stuff, to more of a gritty, like true like Viking God, I think would be sweet, and like a cool kind of like character arc for him.
Yeah, and during the fight when he was wielding both Mjolnir and Stormbringer at the same time.
Oh yeah, dude,
he was a berserker.
Yeah.
And I like that. He lets Captain keep wielding the hammer. He's like, no, you take the little one.
Yeah. I was reading a thing about the like the power levels of everybody, and they had him ranked right under Captain Marvel, and they're like, it's interesting because he's so powerful, and he probably would be the most powerful one, but there's always been some sort of cap on him in like most of the movies, and it wasn't until like 3 that he kind of is really starting to harness his own power. And even in Endgame, he had all that. He had both, like you said, he was wielding Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, but he still was like out of shape, whatever we want to say. So I would be really interested if we could eventually get to the point where we see like a true like full power Thor, and just like Thor 4, if he just wrecks everything, I'd be happy.
Yeah, and I feel like we got a glimpse at the end of Ragnarok when he's on the bridge.
Yeah.
And he's just shooting lightning everywhere.
Yeah.
Rashawn, what do you think about Thor and where they took him?
I absolutely love it. Everybody's dissecting the crap out of the movie. You've seen how the end of Infinity War how Thor's broken, and then to see him, he's lost so much from Ragnarok to Infinity War to to Endgame, and then to see him persevere. People were talking about how it's how he was going through depression, and how even when he went back in time and he asked for the hammer and it came to him and he was like, it was like a win,
Yep.
I am worthy.
Still worthy, exactly. Which is, I don't know, I think overall that's probably the best character arc they've done in the entire series, and
yeah,
absolutely love Thor now.
Yeah, I would agree. I never really cared for him. Like, I never had the ambition to go read a Thor comic. But these movies, I really like him. Probably the most of the Avengers. Well, maybe not Spider-Man, but Spider-Man to me is like he's part of like the Avengers bench. He's not like one of the main Avengers,
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of like Deadpool. Like he's a member, but you don't really see them ever together. Kind of.
Yeah.
Until Phase 4.
Hey.
Oh man,
It's coming.
Yeah. Now, while we're talking about Phase 4 and Spider-Man, let's touch on that Far From Home trailer.
Boy.
First off, I liked at the beginning that Tom Holland was on there and said, this is full of spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen Endgame, proceed at your own risk. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think it's because the Russo brothers, or Marvel and the Russo brothers, have him like on punishment. Like that's his public service.
Yeah.
To make up for all the other spoilers he's revealed.
Now,
like
I don't really follow him. Did he reveal a bunch of other stuff before?
Oh yeah, he's always terrible. He's the worst one. Him and Mark Ruffalo are like the worst about it. They had it at a point where only Tom Holland could only do like interviews with Benedict Cumberbatch, because Benedict Cumberbatch would just like shut him up if he was like starting to say something.
Yeah, and then for the script they sent him, they would only send him the page he was doing that day. Like they wouldn't give him the whole script.
That's funny.
Well, he's been consistently bad. Like when he first became Spider-Man, he got like a script or whatever from Marvel, and he like had a live stream thing open, and he was like looking, and on the back it said like not show or whatever, for your eyes only, and then he like turned off his thing real quick. Like he's consistently been bad.
That's funny.
He's the Michael Scott of the MCU, but
yeah, 100%.
He's a good Spider-Man.
Yeah, probably the best.
So Far From Home takes place right after the events of Endgame, and this is what I don't understand about that, because it's been 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that confirmed?
Well, that's what they said in Endgame.
Yeah.
Everyone's been dead for 5 years.
Oh, I thought you meant Far From Home takes place 5 years after Tony Stark. I was like, that seems like a lot.
No, so it's.
Yeah, it's been 5. Yeah, it's been 5 years.
Peter disappeared and came back.
Yeah.
But he's going on a high school trip, and I think he was like a freshman or a sophomore during Homecoming. But he's still in high school. At least that's what it appears to be. I mean, it's all his high school friends. That seems a bit odd to me. So I wonder if there's going to be some explanation of the timeline shifting back.
I think there will be, because a lot of people have kind of brought that up, from what I've read, like article wise and stuff, that there's like going to be some people at his high school that are graduated and in college, and there's going to be some people that are obviously not. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was still a period of time from the end of Endgame to Homecoming where people are still kind of like half fixing things, half transitioning. Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense that they would be like, all right, well, you're just gonna start school again. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The semester starting, Peter. Go back.
Yeah.
What was there, Sean?
Summer reading.
I was immediately just go across the pond.
Yeah. Oh, you've been gone for 5 years. Just go to Bucharest, or where is that where that's taking place? Is Bucharest? No, Vienna.
Yeah.
It's in Vienna.
I mean, they were going on a trip in Infinity Wars before he left. It makes sense that once they come back, they go back on the trip. It's already paid for.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
So, all right, who wants to talk about what was revealed in the trailer?
I'll start. Multiverse. It's possible. We might be getting the Ultimate Universe, maybe. Unless we're already in the Ultimate Universe, then we're getting the Pure line.
Yeah, 616.
Oh yeah.
But is it though, because it could be Mysterio just playing around. I understand Mysterio and the whole Spider-Man or Spider-Man arc,
Yeah.
but it could just be Mysterio playing around like he always does.
See, that's what I was thinking, because Mysterio's a liar. He's a
Yes.
theatrical liar. But
Yeah.
what happened to the dimensional device thing they had inside that Avengers Tower that got destroyed when Thanos came out of it? Like,
Second.
it's possible that some could have got messed up when he blew it up. So
Yeah.
Mysterio could be from another universe, but what's going on with the Mysterio in our universe then? If he is from the other universe, I think it's a plot. He's not a good guy, regardless of what they're saying.
Yeah.
But is he actually?
Any way it goes, he's a bad guy, 100%.
Yeah. Hopefully, Peter reads the comics and knows this, because after playing the game, I don't know if he's seeing the red signs.
Oh man, I wonder how that plays on Spider-Sense too, though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You would think he should be able to tell something's afoot.
Well, he did just get it at the beginning of Infinity War. He hasn't really had time to go ahead and master it yet. So
True. Now, if Marvel is bringing in the multiverse and like Secret War or something like that,
Oh, Secret Wars.
That's what I said, dude.
do we think that leaves it open for Captain America and Iron Man to come back?
I mean, I don't see them. It might not be the same people we know as them, because those contracts are up and they're not signing up for it again.
I could see them doing cameos in the future, possibly, but I don't think that they would. I don't think they would come back. I think it's especially Iron Man. The finality of that, like if they were to bring him back, I feel like it would just take away from his ending in Endgame. So I could definitely see like a cameo. Even I could honestly even see a cameo in Far From Home. Where because Peter's so sad and stricken over his death, and then like say he does make it over to the other universe and like sees him for a brief 5-minute cameo that Robert Downey Jr. gets paid like $22 million for. And then, and then that kind of be it. Like he could say something like, it's going to be okay, kid, or whatever. And then boom, he's back. So I could see something along those lines, maybe not even in this movie. But I don't think that they're coming back. I think they're going to try to really push Falcon/Bucky as, the next Captain Americas.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they do something cool like Ironheart for Iron Man.
I was just going to say, they need to bring Riri.
Yeah, like, and everyone was saying, like, when Peter put on his glasses, they're like, oh, Peter could be Iron Man. Like, no. They're not going to do all that. Like, you can relax.
I mean, if anything, they could just use War Machine, too.
Yeah, because one of the few Iron Man comics I read was actually War Machine took over as Iron Man because Tony was going through rehab or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That was a good arc. Drunk Tony.
Well, we lost Rashawn.
Yeah, Discord's being weird today. I was lost for a
no kidding.
Right.
Now, what I want to know, what you guys' thoughts are. I lost my train of thought.
Spider-Man.
About the multiverse. All right, so if they're not going to bring back Captain America and Iron Man, who's going to take over as the core of the Avengers?
Captain Marvel, if she's available.
Yeah, right. I could see them pushing her as the new kind of lead.
It's either her or Peter,
or Thor. I mean, Thor's still around.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
I think Thor's gonna be more as Guardian of the Galaxy than he's gonna be Avenger.
I thought Thor passed the torch on the Valkyrie, so now, oh no, he kept the Stormbreaker.
Yeah, he just gave her. She's just in charge of
New Asgard.
New Asgard. Yeah,
Because I mean,
Seattle.
Rashawn, I don't know if you heard the question.
Who's going to be in charge?
Yeah, well, yeah. Who's going to be the core of the Avengers? I mean, Hulk's still there. Hawkeye.
Barely.
Hawkeye's still there.
Hawkeye could be useful finally.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping to see, like, I definitely want to see Sam step up and become the new Captain America. So he'll lead.
Yep.
Have a right wing like I don't know, maybe Scarlet Witch or Hulk take up second in command. You know.
Okay.
Now, what about with Marvel or Netflix, whoever canceled Luke Cage, Iron Fist,
Yeah, Netflix.
Daredevil? Yeah, those shows. What about bringing them in? Because they, at one point in time, they were all in the Avengers as well. Especially Luke Cage was the right-hand man for Tony Stark for a long time, I believe, in Avengers, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think they gotta wait like 2 years before they bring them in, but I can kind of see them being part of the Fox Netflix division or the Fox Marvel division, because those people, like, they're based around being like more mature, like, based, and Disney can't mass produce R-rated Marvel movies just yet. We're still like first 10 years.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, those dudes I'd love to see, but we're getting Ghost Rider on Hulu, so maybe Marvel might just bring them back and put them on Hulu.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been hearing the Hulu stuff a lot because now that Disney has that controlling share of Hulu, it wouldn't surprise me if they did like a soft reboot for them on Hulu with Ghost Rider, since they announced that. Yeah, I think they'd be cool to get involved, but I think if they could make the Defenders like actually happen a lot better than it did on Netflix, then it would be probably more viable, you know? I think they're going to focus, they'll probably prioritize whatever they're doing in this next, 3-phase portion. And then they're definitely going to try to get Fantastic Four and X-Men involved first. I think they have the first slate. Definitely Fantastic Four, because the Russo brothers already said they'd come back to do that.
Yeah. Rashawn, what are your thoughts?
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a Defenders done right. I feel like the last 2 episodes didn't do that team justice. I feel like it took Daredevil back a bit. It really pushed Iron Fist into that second season, but Luke Cage always awesome. So was Jessica Jones. I don't know. I feel like together they just didn't play on everybody like they should have. But I'd love to see him do a better take on that, a more Marvel Cinematic Universe take.
Now, sticking with the Avengers here in the next wave, now that Marvel and Disney own Fox, what do you think about bringing Deadpool and Wolverine into Avengers?
Man.
Because they were both Avengers as well at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the new Avengers is probably going to be like what the next saga is building towards. So them bringing in like X-Men, the new Avengers, and maybe Fantastic Four, that could be something worth like going to the movies every couple of months for. Like, Marvel literally just had, or Disney, Marvel, and like Star Wars, like they have a complete monopoly at this point. Like, there's so many ways they can go. We shouldn't even be like just trying to figure it out. They'll tell us what they want to do within like 3 months, and then we're just gonna go buy tickets because we can trust it.
Yeah, I was trying to think how they were gonna work in Wolverine, if they were gonna do him on his own in the Avengers, or if they were gonna keep him as part of the rebooted X-Men. Well, one thing that kind of came up a lot was X-Men versus Avengers being their kind of thing or their way to introduce the X-Men. And I could see that being like a second phase catalyst, kind of like how Civil War was for whatever it is the final event's going to be, because then they can kind of have that, and they'll, maybe there is some sort of a Wolverine movie or an X-Men movie that builds it up, and then that hits, and then they do a couple movies, and then they have their phase 6 or whatever Infinity War version, kind of portion at that point. So that was like my main thing, and I think what I thought towards the end to kind of capitalize on the multiverse thing was a Secret War event to make Battle World.
Yeah. I'd love to see Battle World done.
Right? Because I could see them maybe not even this next like jumble of phases, but like if they did like maybe we'll say 6 more phases, the one after this one, that's when they do Battle World, because then they could have the multiverse established for a bit, and then they do Battle World and they can just smush it all together, you know?
That would be absolutely amazing, especially for one, bring back Red Skull.
Yeah.
Bring him back proper MCU.
Bring back Quicksilver too.
Right? Oh my gosh!
Like I thought for sure they were gonna bring him back if they were time traveling, but I guess they didn't think about Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Right.
She's lost everyone.
Yeah.
Hogo said he thinks they'll bring in Wolverine, and Deadpool makes a cameo in the credits, but not as a main character.
I'd be happy if Deadpool's just the new Stan Lee. Like he just pops up in everybody's film. Like, oh wait, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I was gonna say that I saw something on Facebook. It was a meme about because with Stan Lee being dead. How about every movie just have a wanted poster or something like that? Like
yeah, I saw that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know the next phase of the Marvel movies, I'm sure, is going to be good. I can't wait. July 2nd, I think it is
Far From
Home.
Oh,
or is it July 9th? Early July.
It's that first week of July for sure.
But let's move on to our next topic. But first, we need a word from our sponsor. Grill your ass off.
Word from our sponsor, Man Sports.
It's here. Mountain Mist. You might be wondering, what does Mountain Mist taste like exactly? Well, it's a cool, crisp, lemon lime beverage. It's like the dew falling from a leaf on an early morning sunrise. Feels exhilarating, like summiting a snowy mountain peak. You know, it's a true taste experience. It's just that good. It's here.
And we're back.
It's just going to be hard. You know, I think it's going to feel like another Solo kind of situation where like, I don't think Solo was necessarily a bad movie, but I mean, just trying to recreate the magic that Harrison Ford did as Han Solo is just, I mean, like an impossible task for anybody, you know?
Yeah.
We're talking about Mario Van Peebles.
And we're back. All right, so our next topic, Ubisoft, the Thursday announced the new Ghost Recon game coming out.
Yeah.
And, you know, usually when a big game like this is announced, it's a year or two out. This one's only 5 months away.
October 4th. Dude, and you know, I watched the thing and I was freaking out because when we were playing World War Z together, didn't I say exactly what they did? I was like, take Wildlands and just make it better. And that's like literally what they did.
Yep.
I was so happy. I'm 100% pre-ordering it like right away.
And in a lot of ways, Wildlands is basically a Division clone. A lot of the mechanics are very similar.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is, you know, they just had a free update to Wildlands just last week, the week before, with John Bernthal, the voice of the Punisher, you know, who played the Punisher. Maybe he'll be in the Avengers too. Anyways.
Oh man.
Just put everybody in it.
Yeah. He's the villain in Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
That's and I put down like, is there going to be some sort of connection? Because they said he's a ghost.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what. So the villains are former special operators that went rogue and are on this island called Aurora, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the suburb.
Yeah, no. Dude, I saw that. I was like, wait, What's happening in my city?
yeah,
No, but did you guys play the Operation Oracle thing? I watched the movie on YouTube. Like it kind of sets his character up like perfectly.
I haven't played. I want to play it now. I've been so out of Wildlands, but I want to play it now because I want to see what the whole deal is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not. I actually just re-downloaded Wildlands this morning so I could play it. Because I think it's still up, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta check. Yeah, or you can just watch it on YouTube. That's what I did. It's like 15 minutes of story setup, pretty much. But yeah,
Right on.
dude, is it Breakpoint? Yeah, Breakpoint looks
Yeah.
tight. Did you guys
Yep.
the whole you could play either by yourself if you're not playing co-op, or you play with your friends, and either way, it's going to be the same like struggle to survive.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic. Like
I love that
that's
they're
what I
adding
want
in
a
the
single-player
light.
game.
Oh yeah, I love that they're adding in the light survival aspects, like you're saying,
Yeah.
the
Like,
water and eating and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when he covered himself in the mud to hide from the people being
Yeah.
controlled, I literally got up out of my chair and I was like, "This is what video games are about."
Right, dude.
Rashawn-
I'm so
Rashawn,
happy.
did you watch the trailer?
I did watch the trailer, and I'm super excited because I haven't been into anything since, and I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but since Rainbow Six.
Oh yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Vegas? You're talking Vegas or Siege?
Both, well, Vegas first.
yeah.
Yes.
Wait to get into this. I really want to see what this is going to be all about now.
Yeah, I really liked Wildlands. I like the direction they're going with it. They're gonna have classes and like you can do active stealth and things like that. To me, that seems really cool. It's not just a shooter then.
Yeah.
You know, you've got different things you can work around with. If the drones are anything like they are in Division 2, they're gonna be obnoxious.
Yeah.
Robot dogs for the win.
That was the one thing I was like really worried about. I was like, I hope it's not heavy on you're just fighting a ton of drones and and crap. Like I want to be like, dude, when they were stabbing people and stuff, man, like I want to be doing that.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, what I found interesting is you've got this tiny island out in the middle of nowhere, Aurora. That's basically like a miniature New Zealand, and then it's got pretty much every biome on it. You know, you've got your jungle, your hills, you've got snow-capped mountains. Do you think that having that many different, that varied of a terrain will detract and that nothing gets fully developed in terms of regions?
It's Ubisoft. I can kind of see them having a dynamic like system enough for it, because I haven't played Assassin's Creed, but Assassin's Creed was all in a warm place. They have the technology for it. It's not like it's some developer who like half-asses things. Like it should be good.
Yeah.
And if not, they'll patch it.
Yeah, right. It'll get patched eventually. I was thinking about that too, because it felt, when they were saying that part, it definitely felt very similar to like how they were promoting Wildlands.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's an island, I feel like it may be a slightly smaller map than Wildlands, because Wildlands is huge.
Massive.
It's
Yeah.
massive. And that, what I would say, was pretty well developed. So if they make it smaller, I feel like they'll only put more detail into it, I don't see them stepping backward with all this, the forward steps that they're taking in every other part of the game. I don't see that them like screwing that part up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really like the fact that you can mark your targets and call out who's going to take down what, and work your way from the outer perimeter silently, and then work your way in. Or if you just want to crash a truck through the front gate of a stronghold and just start throwing hucking grenades everywhere, you can.
Stealth required. Equips RPG immediately.
Yep.
Right. God, that's the other thing I was telling Marvin. I hope there's a freaking RPG or some sort of rocket launcher, because that's what annoys me the most about Wildlands.
Yeah.
Just unloading a whole magazine into a helicopter trying to shoot it down.
Yeah, I thought in Wildlands that the what was the the Bolivian force is called.
Oh God, what the military, the purple.
Yeah, the purple ones.
I don't remember what they're called, but yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, they were a bit too much to take down.
Mm-hmm. Especially now without firepower like that. If they would if they're rolling up in a couple Humvees or whatever vehicle they're using, whatever military tactical vehicle they're using.
Unidad.
yeah, that's
yeah,
what
Unidad.
Yeah.
Any kind of firepower.
Yeah, they've got armored vehicles, and
The Unidad.
unless you were playing co-op, the AI wasn't very good, like your friendly AI.
Yeah.
No.
Always running away.
Dude, that's why I was so excited when I heard if you're playing single player, there is no co-op or there are no bots. It's just you.
Well, you've got
That told
drones.
me.
You've got drones you can send up to snipe.
Like robot or like just the drones, not like people drones.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be tight.
Now, then in some ways, I really liked the way the drones worked in Wildlands, but in other ways, I thought they were a bit obnoxious. Where you could just
spam.
Send in explosive drones, and just blow up everything that way. I also didn't like the way the air defense worked, and that it was sometimes just near impossible to take down unless you were hitting the objective. So if you were trying to fly across the map, you'd have to take a long meandering path. Didn't really care for that, so I'm hoping they fix that, but we'll see.
Dude, did you guys see that it's gonna be PC exclusive to the Xbox or to the Epic Store? So
really, not surprised.
So, I mean, yeah, they signed the deal with Division 2, so I guess it makes sense for them to continue on. Expect some negative feedback.
Well, and I think it's still going to be available on Uplay as well.
Yeah, no,
yeah, definitely Uplay.
Uplay is like the launcher. Like no matter where you get it from, if it's on PC, it's gonna have to go through Uplay to like actually start up. But yeah I'm not gonna be reading reviews on any Ubisoft games for the next week. I'm tired of the review bombing.
Yeah, right. Dude, if they review bomb any Wildlands or Division 2 over this, I'm gonna be so upset. They don't deserve that at all.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm probably gonna get it on Xbox, maybe PlayStation, but probably on Xbox.
Marvin and I are gonna have to push.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We're gonna put up videos of me and Marvin playing we had a person.
We need one more. No, I'm probably going to have to get it on both systems because I feel like I'm gonna force my brother to play this, but at the same time, I also want to play with the squad.
The squad.
Yeah.
Now, I think stealth is going to play a bigger part in this one than it did in Wild.
I know, and I hope so. I want it. We haven't had a good stealth game in however long.
Yeah, and didn't I see something that there's like active camouflage you can use?
Yeah, I thought there's something. I say besides the mud, I think there's some sort of other camouflage aspect to it. Dude. And but with all that, I'm hoping it's it becomes like a hybrid cover shooter where you don't have to just play it, cover based, but you can kind of play it both ways.
Yeah.
If you're smart about it, because that would be perfect.
Yep.
All I know is I'm playing this like it's Metal Gear Solid 3.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying, man.
Now, what do you guys want out of the weapon system?
As soon as I saw the trailer, I thought MSG3, and I was just like, I'm going through using CQC and a knife. Like I'm not gonna use weapons. But if I decide to go loud, I want customizable like parts. Like I'm playing Division 2, and the guns I'm getting aren't the best because I'm early level. But if I'm able to customize the early level guns, they're kind of like trash. I'd be sold.
Yeah,
like just being able to customize it from what's stock would save anything or any game usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my question is more: do you want the weapon system to be like Wildlands, that you get the M4, the AK, and you can put a couple other mods on it, but that's the only AK in the game. Or do you want it like the Division, where the weapons get better as you go along, so you can constantly upgrade your favorite rifle?
No, I do.
I want
Wildlands.
Wildlands. Yeah, I feel like in the shooter genre that one's better than the other type thing. Like that can kind of get annoying. Like, oh, I have a level 8 M4 that's better than this level 4 M4. Like, it
Or
should
in the
just be the
case of
same.
Division, a level 8 M4 that's a higher weapon grade.
Oh my god, yes.
It's
Lower
worse than the
damage.
level 6.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been complaining about that to Marvin every time we play because I have a really nice that's like it does like 500 damage and it's only like a level 4 or 5 weapon, and we're picking up like these 9 and 10 level weapons that are like doing nothing near that.
Yep, it's maddening. It is.
The item management is like the worst part of those games because every 20 minutes you have to go through and make sure you still have space in your backpack. Like,
Well, don't worry. Once you hit World Tier 5, you're gonna be like, oh, I've got more items to grind, or, to dispose of or sell. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. As soon as the story's over, I'm done playing. Like,
So
I don't care about gear.
I
right.
hit World Tier 5, like a week or two after it came out, or it's basically as soon as you get at 5, and I think I've changed my rifle once and my marksman rifle probably 3 times, but they've only been incremental increases.
Yeah.
Like not noticeable. It's just like, well, this one's got a slightly better perk and it does 200 damage, out of 92,000 more.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I like what they could do is rather than just having, one M4, if they made like different variants of it to try to like play on that a little bit, so you're not getting like a higher level one, but maybe you're getting a different branded M4 that does something better, or,
Yeah.
or like something like that. Because all the Tom Clancy games have all the branding and stuff all over them now. I always see they always put. I have the 511, the Rush 72, and they put that in every game. I like always have that backpack.
Yep.
So if they did something like that to be able to keep it fresh and keep you kind of looking for more weapons, I would like that.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree. We'll see. We got a little under 5 months. If you pre-order, you'll get the beta. I bet the beta is going to drop probably the first week in September. If they haven't announced it yet.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my guess. It'd be early September. Yeah, it should be interesting. All right, let's move on to upcoming video games, video game news, new movies, anything you want everyone to be aware of that's coming out. Rashawn, I'll let you start.
Oh, jeez. Well, new things coming out. I'm at a loss. I mean, I'm looking forward to Detective Pikachu, which just came out.
Oh yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things about. Seeing it in game.
You gonna take the kids to see it?
Hopefully, because we got the in order to I want to do that, but then I also want to get them ready for the 3D version of Pikachu, or not Pikachu, but Pokemon coming out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the re-release, right?
Yep, they're redoing that in 3D, so I'm hoping to get both of those done soon. But yeah, I don't really have anything else I'm looking forward to right now besides obviously Alliance.
Yeah. Any new comics?
Yeah, well, new-ish, I guess. The Doomsday Clock, which has now been pushed back like another 12 weeks.
That's still going?
It's still going. It should have been over 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, issue 12 is just now about to come out. I think it's either 3 or 4 week pushback, but regardless, yeah, it should have been done years ago now.
No, what is Doomsday Clock?
It's pretty much how they're okay. So you have the New 52 universe and how everything is rebirthed. Well, this is how they're tying it all in with Watchmen and where the missing 5 years went and why everything was, basically rebirthed. So why the universe is basically new again and where all that time went. But they're going back to Watchmen, bringing Watchmen into the universe and making it all work together somehow. Yeah. Which so much time goes in between each issue now, it's kind of hard just to remember what's going on.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I've been waiting for the trade back copy of that for like 4 years because you gotta wait for the story to be over, and they're still writing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Is it at least good?
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's really good. Artwork's good. Writing's good. It's just taking so long to. Then you have to get back into it, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. Where did we leave off? What was going on?
right. It's like reading your favorite book that. Or, I'm sorry. It's reading your book that will eventually become your favorite, but you haven't yet.
Yeah.
You know, that's how a lot of novels in the 19th century were published, where they were serialized, like Charles Dickens and Dostoevsky.
Oh,
They would publish a chapter every week or month in a book or in a magazine, so it could take you a year to read a book.
maybe that's what they're going for then, because yeah, they've gotten. But I'm just pissed about the timing.
Yeah.
Oh, that and Swamp Thing, the show coming out on the DC Universe app.
Oh yeah.
It's the other thing I'm waiting on.
I gotta get on that.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still hesitant. I want to do the DC Universe subscription thing. I think I was gonna ask Marvin if he wanted to split it with me or something, but I don't know if I'm ready to commit to it fully on my own. Well, now I know Marvin doesn't want to split it.
I've watched a couple of the shows. I'm not too sold on it just yet. I'm gonna give it a couple more months.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give it some time to really flesh out.
Yeah.
Now, did you watch Doom Patrol or the Titans?
I watched 2 episodes of Doom Patrol and like 1 episode of Titans. Doom Patrol it's cool, like it's a better show than Titans, but I saw Cyborg and he doesn't look like Cyborg. He looks like academic decathlon Cyborg. And they got him in like this little jumpsuit and he's like scrawny.
Were you trying to call him a nerd?
No, I'm just trying to say he doesn't look like he's saving anybody.
Was he Dragon Ball Super Gohan right now?
Dude, I think the Great Saiyaman hasn't beat, honestly. Like,
Horrible.
dude, yeah, that's why I had such high hopes because Titans, I was like, oh, they're gonna bring in Cyborg eventually, like on the 2nd season. It's gonna be just like the show, but more mature. And I see who they or what they have in Cyborg. And I'm like, oh, so he's just gonna be useless. He's gonna be Bran.
See, but in Titans, they bring in Batman at the end of the 1st season.
I thought that was a hallucination.
I don't
No, they
think
haven't
so.
cast for the next season now.
Oh,
I guess
Yeah,
we'll wait and find out.
The guy that plays Daenerys's guard
Yeah.
is Batman.
Yeah, Jorah. They
Jorah?
announced that. Jorah, sorry.
What?
Yeah, Jorah Mormont. Yeah, Mormont or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I really want to watch Young Justice. I'm gonna be honest. That's like my thing that's pushing me for the DC universe because I love that. That was such a great spiritual successor to like the original Teen Titans.
Totally agree. Yeah, the 3rd season is actually it picks up obviously where the 2nd season left off, which
Mhm.
it's got everybody in the fields, but it's really good. It gets even better.
Really good. That's what's pushing me. I want to do it.
All right. Well, we gotta wrap it up here. So John Wick is coming out this week. Coming
Yep.
up, so is Rage 2.
97% on Rotten
Remastered.
Tomatoes.
I still got to see the first John Wick.
Oh my god.
Saints Row
Okay,
the
yeah,
Third
good.
is coming out on Switch, or is it already? I think it's already out.
Yeah, it came out this week.
There's a game on Steam that's a lot of fun if you like twin stick shooters called Hovership Havoc. You should check that out. I think that's about it that we haven't touched on. Mario Maker 2 is coming out the end of June.
And then of course the big one.
Yeah.
Marvel
Thrones
Ultimate Alliance.
episode 5. Oh, I was I saw show wise. Episode 5, man. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited. Supposed to be better than the long night. We'll see.
Man, it's not.
What? Oh, come on. You're being a negative
Sorry.
Nancy right now.
Oh no, I accidentally stumbled upon the spoilers for how this season's gonna go, and it's not gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be very Hollywood. So don't expect Game of Thrones level ending. Sorry.
That's if you can trust it. I don't even know if I can trust
Oh.
you.
Oh no. I'll talk to you about this off the air. because it saddened me how true some of these spoilers were because they're from like 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
The show's gonna end very, very badly. It's like Sopranos level bad. Like it's just they'd be better off with it just fading to black.
It was all a dream.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna be it
All right.
for
Well,
us this week.
take care, nerds.
See
Yeah,
you later.
everybody.